Surface tension is that property of a liquid by virtue of which it behaves like an elastic stretch membrane with a tendency to contract and occupy minimum surface area is called as surface tension. In this video, we are going to study how surface tension can be measured by using Jigger's method. See, the excess pressure inside an air bubble depends upon the surface tension and radius of the bubble. Thus, by measuring the radius and excess pressure of the bubble, the surface tension can be determined. Jigger making use of this fact to determine the surface tension, and this method is known as Jigger's method. See the construction. It consists of a Wool's bottle. See in the diagram. Wool's bottle filled with a dropping funnel containing water. This Wool's bottle is connected to manometer M. Again, the manometer is connected to a long thin glass tube AB, and the lower end of this glass tube is in the form of a fine jet, that is like a capillary, of about 0.2 to 0.5 mm in diameter, and its tip is cut quite smooth. The liquid used in manometer is xylol. Now, see the principle of this method. The principle of this method is based on the fact that excess pressure inside an air bubble in a liquid is 2T upon R. We know that the excess pressure inside an air bubble in air, or we can say excess pressure of soap bubble, is equal to 4T upon R. Why it is 4T upon R? As air bubble or soap bubble having two surfaces having tension. So, the excess pressure of air bubble is equal to 4T upon R, where excess pressure of liquid drop is 2T upon R. But here we have taken the excess pressure of air bubble in a liquid. When air bubble blow in a liquid, then it have only one surface having a tension. So, it is 2T upon R. So, by using this Jigger's method, we have to blow the bubbles in a beaker. So, from this we can find the excess pressure, and then after that we can find the surface tension. Now see working. Due to capillary action, some liquid rises up into the tube. Again we can move towards a diagram. See, due to capillary action, some liquid rises up into the tube AB, the shape of its meniscus being nearly hemisphere. Now if we blow air bubble through a capillary placed under a liquid till they become hemisphere, but how we can blow up bubbles? See, here we have taken a Wool's bottle which is containing air only, and if we drop a water by using funnel, so air in the Wool's bottle will compress if we drop a water. Okay, then that compressed air will go out, so it will go out from the AB tube, but that AB tube is connected to the manometer, and in manometer we have taken a xylol liquid whose density is less than water. That's why we have taken a xylol liquid. Now, due to that air compress, that air will go out from AB tube. And here again in capillary, that which is deep in a liquid, so liquid rises in the capillary, but by this compressed air, the water rises in the capillary will force out, and a time will come that the maximum air compress and will go out from the Wool's bottle by using a tube AB, and which force out that water rises in the liquid capillary out. So a bubbles will blow, and when the bubbles will blow, the manometer liquid level changes, and after that continuously bubbles will blow. Then we can find the excess pressure of that air bubble and that manometer tube. See, the excess pressure inside the bubble is P is equal to rho Hg minus dHg, where rho is the density of the xylol liquid which is in the manometer, and H is the difference of the liquid levels in the manometer tube, into G minus D, that is the density of the liquid whose surface tension is to be calculated. H is the height of the capillary tube deep in a liquid, and G is the gravity. So we get the excess pressure P is equal to rho H minus dH into G. Now we got two equations, that is excess pressure of air bubble in a liquid, that is 2T upon R, is equal to excess pressure again that air bubble, so which is equal to rho H minus dH into G. Now equating this both equations, we get surface tension T is equal to rho H minus dH into G upon 2 into R. In this way, by measuring height, that is the difference of liquid levels in a manometer tube, H is the depth of the capillary inside a beaker or water, and R is the radius of that capillary. So knowing all these values, we get the surface tension, or we can calculate the surface tension by using Giger's method.